I know. I love it. Love it.
My favorite thing about being a school resource officer is just the positivity that I'm around. My first 12 and a half years for my job, I was on patrol. And when you're a patrol officer, especially working midnights, you're not always around everybody at their best, unfortunately. So you kind of forget that there's a lot of good in the world. But when I'm here at the school, I see these kids, and the kids are great. The kids are fun. And it's a much more positive place to be. A lot of kids do have a preconceived notion of how the police are, and that's usually from maybe a prior experience that they've had with their family, or they may see police in a negative light because their only interaction is with the police coming to their house, maybe taking mom, dad, uncle, whoever to jail, and that may leave a bad taste in their mouth. So here at the school, they can kind of interact with me, on a personal level. And I can do things with them that they wouldn't normally think that a police officer would be doing. For instance, I like to go out to the tennis courts with Coach Stanley's classes, and I'll hit tennis balls with the kids. I'm no tennis player by any means, so we're kind of on the same level there, but it's just a lot of fun. The kids like it. I got one kid in particular that he loves playing tennis against me. He has yet to beat me. He talks a lot of trash, but it's fun. It's just a neat thing.
I'm a detective in the youth division, and we investigate crimes involving children, primarily juvenile suspects. We also handle an array of other types of investigations to include missing people and child custody cases. I love working with children. I feel like working with children was a calling early on in my career. Sorry. I had to handle some calls that involved juvenile victims, and I became interested in how to better investigate those. Being a detective is a lot of fun because it's, no 2 days are alike. Some of the cases, involve a lot of DNA or forensics, and those types of cases never go quickly like what you see on TV. I love that I get to help people. A lot of these kids need a second chance, and once they get redirected, they straighten up their life and hopefully don't get in trouble again. And so it's awesome whenever you get to make a difference for a child in that manner. I also get to help a lot of families. These are a lot of times very difficult cases to go through, and so being able to help the families is very rewarding as well. I have really enjoyed my time here with the city, and it has flown by really fast. I don't know where 20 years went, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed all the experiences that I've gotten doing this job.
I have several officers that work for me, and we hit the streets every morning and answer calls for service, enforce traffic. I'm here to help them. If they need some sort of guidance, I respond to some of the major calls. When I was a kid, I can remember thinking back that, man, these cops are awesome, and it's such an honorable job, and I wanted to do that. And ever since I was little, every single day is different. Anybody that knows me knows that I can't stay in one place for too long. Grew up here, I get to go out and talk to people. I know a lot of people in this city and community, and I get to be a part of it. Of course, you get to help people. You also get to make the decisions of enforcing the law. But then later on, they come up to you and you get the thanks. Hey, you helped me. Hey, taking me to jail saved my life. Hey, taking me to rehab. I got off drugs. So I have a thing with farm animals. I've been chased by roosters, chickens, a turkey. Several years ago, I was on a call, but it was an alarm call. Nobody was home. We're in the backyard, checking the area, and we see this kid's playhouse. All of a sudden, it moves. This big pot-bellied pig comes out. We find ourselves in the house, holding the glass door shut, while this pig is trying to come in. We find out later that it's a pet, but I can still tell you it's probably the biggest pig, and it probably isn't this big, but that day it was this big. I love patrol. This is where my heart is, and this is what I enjoy, and this is what keeps me going every single day. I love being out here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're going to, all of these officers are the same graduating class. Is that correct? We're going to do something different than we historically have done just because there's 5 of them. But we're going to bring them all up, and we're all going to give them an opportunity. We're going to recognize them together as a graduating class and give them all an opportunity to speak individually, too, if they have some comments they want to make, and recognizing their families. So let's get Russell, Aaron, David, Charlie, and Aaron up here if they're present.
At Russell's plaque right here.
Come on in. Good to see you. Thank you.
And Aaron.
She's going to the back.
Well, I was trying to get in order there.
Aaron.
Thank you. And
Star Wars, man. Gotta love it. Come on. Good to see you. Aaron, thank you. Good to see you. Mayor, I just want to say that it's not often that we get to recognize 5 outstanding officers at one time. And the sad thing is that some of them have decided to do other things in their career. They'll still be serving the community just in other ways. But we've got the majority of them sticking around, so that's good. I'm proud to be the city manager with a police department like Abilene Police Department. It is recognized throughout the state of Texas as one of the premier institutions. And it's not because of the city council, and it's not because of the city manager. It's because of the men and women who work in that department and the dedication and commitment to this community that they bring every day. And so I want you to hear from my heart how much I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for your service.
you know, 100 years of service is before us, and I think you're exactly right. We have a culture here in this community that for generations of officers, Abilene has performed well. And I think this, and I think this is proven, there is not a mid-sized community that has a police force like we do. And on behalf of your council and this community, thank you for your service. You have plaques from the council and administration that communicate our appreciation for you. You have a coin from the city manager, and you have an envelope in a monetary way that just provides an opportunity for us to say thank you. Now, 4 of you have made a good decision to stay with us, but I understand Aaron is departing, and so we wish you Godspeed as you work within the school district. You know, you have to, if you just think about in recent years the need for safety in our schools, and we feel good about you and that endeavor. I want to give each one of you, though, an opportunity to say anything that you may want to say and recognize anyone who you want to recognize.
I just want to say thanks to my wife. She's been with me since before this began, and I appreciate her support very much for these 20 years, and the community of Abilene. In this day and age, a lot of places don't have the support. A lot of police departments don't have the support like we feel like we do here, and that's nice.
Would you get your wife to stand up?
She doesn't. She's not.
All right.
I did not tell my family that this was happening today because I don't like to be in the limelight. So, but I do. Thanks for all the support, and this is an awesome police department to work for. And I have no clue where 20 years has gone. It's gone by quick.
Hey, hey, I just wanted to kind of echo their, what they said and say thanks for the city and being supportive. I've also got my family back there, my wife, Amanda, and my 2 kids, Kerrigan and Kellen. Stand up. I'm up. Y'all stand up.
I would like to say thank you to my wife, who has stood by me for over 19 years in this endeavor. It has always been the greatest of times, but she has always been there for me. So I'd like to say thank you to my wife, Nikki, for this. To the city, there is no other place I'd rather work.
And now the short timer.
I'd like to thank my family. I've got my sons, Andrew and Eli, are here.
My parents are here. My good friend Teresa Naldoza is here. And then over by the door, I've also got my mother-in-law here. I just appreciate everybody's support throughout the years, the understanding whenever there's late nights having to work late or call outs. I couldn't have done it all these years without everybody helping me juggle it. My husband, too, he couldn't be here this morning. He's also an officer. He had a subpoena this morning. So I just appreciate everybody's support. Thank you to the City Council for this award. Appreciate that. And yeah, again, I echo, I don't know where 20 years has gone. It's flown by, but this is a special day getting to be up here together as an academy class and getting to share this moment. I know we've all looked forward to this, and I've definitely enjoyed my time here. Being able to serve the children and families that I've dealt with over the years has been an honor and a blessing, and I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to look forward to my new capacity as well. Thank you.
And thank each one of you. And time for a photo op.
And Aaron, would your family wave at least to us?